Good morning, students. On the last class, we have read about Chapter 3 Plant Tissues. And today, we are going to start the second part, that is Animal Tissues. On the basis of type and function of the cells, animal tissues can be grouped into four basic types: epithelial tissues, connective tissues, muscular tissues, nervous tissues. Epithelial tissue is a thin, protective layer of cells which covers the external surface of the body as well as inner lining of all the internal organs. The cells of epithelial tissues are tightly fit together, having no space between them. It can be present in a single layer called simple epithelium or in multiple layer called stratified epithelium. Different types of epithelial tissues are squamous epithelium, columnar epithelium, ciliated columnar epithelium, and cuboidal epithelium. Squamous epithelium are thin and flattened cells. They are present in skin and lining of blood vessels, and they form a protective layer and also facilitate diffusion of gases and small molecules. Columnar epithelium are pillar-like cells with greater length and width. These are present on the lining of the stomach and small intestine. They secrete digestive enzymes and absorb digested food. On ciliated columnar epithelium, a hair-like structure called cilia is present, which help to propel materials such as air and maintain flow of mucus or liquid in one direction. It is mainly present in inner lining of windpipe. Cuboidal epithelium are found on the walls of salivary glands, kidneys, pancreas, etc. They are cube-shaped cells and are also help in secretion and absorption. As the name implies, connective tissues are specialized for connecting the various tissues and organs together. The cells of connective tissue contain a large amount of intercellular substance called matrix. On the basis of structure or functions, connective tissues are divided into three categories, that are connective tissue proper, fluid connective tissue, and supporting connective tissue. Connective tissue proper are further divided into loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue, whereas fluid connective tissue are subdivided into blood and lymph. Supporting or skeletal connective tissues are of two types, that is cartilage and bone. Again, loose connective tissues are of two types, that is areolar tissue and adipose tissue, whereas tendon and ligament are the dense connective tissue. Areolar tissues are the simple and most widely distributed connective tissue, which form a continuous layer beneath the skin of animal's body. Due to the presence of areolar tissues, our skin can be easily stretched and on release return to its original position. Adipose tissues are specialized for the storage of fats. It is present beneath the skin and around the internal organs such as kidneys and heart. It acts as an energy source. Whenever our body needs energy, the fat stored in the adipose tissues gets converted into carbohydrates and release energy. Adipose tissue also provides insulation to the body by forming a thick layer of fat beneath the skin, and it acts as a shock absorber for internal body organs. Tendons are the cord-like, strong, inelastic structures that connect muscles to the bone. These tissues have great strength but limited flexibility. It is made up of white fibers. Whereas ligaments are elastic structures that connect bones to bones. These tissues have great strength but contain very little matrix. It is made up of white as well as yellow fiber. Bone and cartilage are supportive connective tissue. We can twist our nose and external ears because they are made up of cartilage, whereas bones make the internal bony skeleton of the body. Bones are hard and non-flexible in nature and also contain blood vessels. It is made up of inorganic salts like calcium, magnesium, phosphorus, which make the bone strong. Cartilage are non-porous tissue and does not contain blood vessels, but they are flexible in nature. Cells of the bone are called osteocytes and the cells of cartilage called chondrocytes. This is how the bone tissue look like. Osteocytes are located in special spaces called lacuna that are arranged in concentric circles. Lacuna are connected to each other through small canals called canaliculi. Bones are supplied with blood through blood vessels that are located at the center of concentric rings of lacuna. This rings is called Harvesian canals. Blood is a fluid connective tissue and is composed of both the liquid part and the cellular part. The liquid part consists of straw-colored fluid called plasma. The cellular part composed of three types of cell present in plasma, that is red blood cells, white blood cells and platelets. Due to the presence of red pigment, that is hemoglobin, red blood cells carries oxygen to different parts of the body. White blood cells protect us from diseases, whereas platelets help in clotting of blood. Lymph contains some amount of white blood cells, water, protein, glucose and salts. They mainly protect us from infections. Muscular tissues are of three types, that are striated muscles, unstriated muscles and cardiac muscles. Striated muscles are also called voluntary muscles because they are under the control of the individual's will. While walking or jumping, you can control the muscles of your legs. These muscles are usually attached to the bones and also known as skeletal muscles. The cells of these muscles have striations of light and dark bands with many nucleus. Unstriated muscles are not under the control of individual's will. Therefore, they are called involuntary muscles. These muscles are spindle shaped and have only one centrally located nucleus. These are smooth structures without any striations. These muscles are found in the walls of hollow organs such as stomach, intestine, blood vessels and urinary bladder. Cardiac muscles are present only in the wall of heart. They have the features of both voluntary and involuntary muscles. Like involuntary muscles, they are not under the control of individual's will. Like voluntary muscles, they have striations. The cardiac muscles keep on contracting and relaxing throughout life and never get tired. It helps in circulation of blood throughout the body. The nervous tissues constitute the nervous system, which help in control and coordination of the body. Brain, spinal cord and nerves are composed of nervous tissue. It is made up of elongated cells called neurons or nerve cells. A neuron is the basic structural unit of the nervous system. It transmits messages in the form of electrical signals called impulse from different parts of the body to the brain and spinal cord, or vice versa. Each nerve cell consists of cyton or cell body, dendrites, axon, etc. The cytoplasm in cell body is enclosed by a plasma membrane and has a central nucleus. Dendrites are root-like structure branches out from cell body. Receive signal from the axon terminal or other nerve cell. Myelin sheath acts as an insulator and allow transmission of impulse effectively. Node of Ranvier are uninsulated portion of axon that facilitate rapid electrical conduction. Axon is the longest portion of the neuron that are capable of sending electrical signals over short and long distances from the cell body to axon terminal. Bundles of axon together form a nerve fiber. So I hope you have understood this chapter. So here our tissue chapter is finished. Thank you.